Hello everyone, Amanda here, thanks for joining me. So I'm here with my weekly Facebook group challenge and we are making index cards at the moment. Well, we're altering index cards. So I have just sewed the back of last week's to make sure I use my book frugally and not waste any pages. So I've just sewed it. You can still see the lines through, but I don't actually mind that. So the prompt this week is circles. So I'm just going to create a bit of a background. I'm going for a bit of a mixed media kind of a look, hopefully. I am by no means an expert, but I just love messing about with paints and bits and bobs and sticking stuff on and, you know, messing with colours. So I'm just going to just add some paints randomly on here to create myself a bit of a background. Okay, just grab some. So I'm using acrylic paints here, they're just cheaper ones from the range, and I'm not really doing anything in any precise kind of a way. I'm just going to paint. I'm just making a background at the moment, so just adding my paints on. I'm just filling the white space really. There's no rhyme or reason to any of it. Alright, and it doesn't need to be perfect, it doesn't matter. I'm limited on brushes, so I'm going to just wash my brush in between each colour. I don't have loads, I need to buy some more. Mind you, then I'd just have a billion mucky brushes all over the place, I reckon. I don't think it'd make my life any easier if I had more, because I'd just use them all, wouldn't I? Right, so I'm just going to use this yellow to kind of blend these colours in a bit. I don't want to end up with mud though. We don't want that. So let's just, and I'm leaving the brush strokes in because I like it, it gives texture. Okay. I just want a bit more pink over here, I think. Yep. Maybe might just kind of frame it a bit with smooshy pink. Yep. Okay. Let's just dab around a bit, just to add a bit of texture. Just dry that off. Then we're gonna maybe do a bit of stamping, maybe add a little bit of gesso, and then I'll show you what I've done for my circles. I've actually had a bit too much fun this morning making them. They're not finished. I've started making them, but I'll talk through. I best not use that, that's got bank details on. I need something to swipe my paint on with. I want to, here we go. I'm going to say I need a card, and I've got an old bank card there, but it's got all the details showing, so I don't really want to be doing that, do I? Not in this day and age. Gosh, they'd be looking at your YouTube videos to nick your credit card details for sure. Right, so I'm just adding some bits of gesso here. Alright, and then I'm going to see if I can, whoops, just kind of scrape it back off, but at the same time smoosh it about with this card. Like that, that'll do. Job done, that's my background ready, let's get it dry. Maybe do a bit of stamping, never think. Never think what I've got. What's this one? got this word stamp here. I think I'm gonna maybe just put a few bits of text on. Okay, but I just wanna grab myself a piece of scrap. I just want to stamp off. I don't want it too bright. I only want it as a little kind of a nod. Again, it's just filling up my background a bit. Alright, that'll do. Okay. So I'm going to put my circles on now. Now they're half done, actually I need to finish them. So all I've done is I have punched out some paper circles. I've got 2 in, you know, one size and 2 in another. And all I've done on there, if you can see, I've not got my ring light on today because it's so sunny. I just figured it would, oh, just bear with me one moment. Sorry, we went a little bit out of focus there, so I just had to pause and sort my camera out. So I think I've got, what size have I got here? 1 3/4 inch and 1 1/2 inch, and I have punched them. Now it's very thin dictionary paper, so if you're going to punch out book paper or dictionary paper, I mean the punches that I've got are amazing. But you know, punches can only do so much. They won't punch through thin paper. So if you're going to punch through anything that's thinner than, say, scrapbooking paper, fold it over. Fold it in half or fold it in quarters and then punch. Alright, because punches aren't going to punch through paper. And then you'll think, oh, this punch is rubbish. It's not. Sometimes we expect too much from punchers. So all I've done is drawn these like little, just hand-drawn flowers. They're not meant to be realistic, they're just hand-drawn flowers to the side of the circles. So what I'm just going to do is just move this to one side, just give myself a little bit of a, and I've got some little tiny stamps here that I've taken out of a stamp set, and I'm just going to stamp a bit more. What have I done with that ink pad? There it is. Just stamp a little bit of detail on each one. So let's have a look. This one's leaves. So I'll have some leaves. Let's try that again. It's not stamped very well. That's better. So I'm gonna like try and fill the little circles with these stamped images. Just doing a bit of random stamping. Okay, so that's one. What's this one? Let's do this one. And I'm not colouring these ones in. The colours on the little flower. Okay, that's that one, and then let's have, should we have this one? What's this one? Yeah, that's nice. So these are just little stamped circles, really. Okay. And then the little flowers, let's just have a bit there, and on this one we'll have a bit there, just fill them up, a bit more here. I might just grab a pen and colour those leaves. Let's have a look what we've got. Let's have a look what we've got. I want quite a bright colour. I don't want it to be a boring dull green colour. I don't know if that's going to be bright enough. And then what's this one? That looks nice and bright. Okay, so these are alcohol markers. I've had them years. Half of them have dried up, to be honest, but let's just have a look. So I'm just having a practice on this one to see. Yeah, that's quite dry. That one will do. That one will do. So let's just do the leaves. Main shot. I've just had a bit of colour. Bit more colour to these. Could have done with a more vibrant green, but I don't actually have one, and I don't fancy painting all of these little stamped images. Not today, Satan. Not today. So have a look. What, you know, when you get stamp sets, often you'll get little tiny bitty pieces, you know, little tiny, I mean this one's come out of this one. So the main focus on this stamp set, and it's an old one, is these big florals, but you get these tiny little things that you can build things up with, and these little ones. So just have a look in your stamp sets if you've got, you know, sets like this. And the little tiny ones that you normally think they're useless, I'm not using them. Can't be bothered with that. You know, they're really good for things like this. They're perfect. I'm going to just colour these little flowers, I think. Is that, I don't want a dark. I don't want dark colours. I want bright colours. We want to nice bright colours. Not the dark ones. What colour's that? What colour? Oh, I need to put it on some white to see what, I can't remember. That's kind of alright. Alright. So we'll put blue on the pink ones and then pink on the blue ones. How about that? I'm not even colouring that in tidy, I'm just going smooshing it about. I'll do it, no, I'll have to do it the same, so it's going to look odd. Yeah, there we go. Job's done. Right, let me just throw them back in the box of alcohol pen doom. Right, so let me move these little doofers. So these are my little circles. Right, that's as far as I've planned. So don't know what I'm doing from here on in. Okay, let's have a look. Now I do want some wording. Now I quite like, where was it? Reflections. I quite like it there, but them stupid ring things are in where, so I'm going to put it here. I'm going to just move just out of the edge because I do like to do my squiggles around the edge of my page. So what I'm going to do, I think I'll put it down here actually, down in the bottom corner. I'm going to use the word reflections. Okey-doke, and I'm going to try and hold that on quite tightly. So what am I going to use? Do I want black or do I not want one of these dark colours? I think I might, oh god, I've put a complete nozzle off. Well, that's clever. It's because they're old. They're old, these pens now. Have I broke it? No. Okay, off we go. So, getting it kind of straight. I'm not having it right in the corner or right to the bottom because I might want to put some around, and I'm going to use my alcohol marker here on my stencil. You don't have to just use modelling paste or paint, you can use them to draw your word in. If it'll, I don't know if it's gonna, it might not work. Should do, it should go over acrylic paint if it's an alcohol marker. Might just need to go back over it a little bit. In theory, it should be fine. But this is Amanda Land. Nothing goes to plan. And that's how we like it. Oh dear. Okay. I'm not fast forwarding this video. I'm going to leave it to run its full course. I've done quite a lot of fast forwarding lately. And I think you do, sometimes it's necessary because otherwise the videos would be so long nobody would watch them. Okay, there's a few people who I will invest an hour or so watching their videos, but you know, if it's just an index card, nobody wants to watch that for an hour. So I'll fast forward them, but every now and again I just think if I don't get loads of views, it's not the end of the world, and I like to show you know, you can always fast forward it, can't you? Sometimes I like to just sit and have a chat, and then I don't have to edit it. I can just stick it on. There we go. It's not done it perfect, but I quite like that it's a bit smoother. Let me just... That should be an F. Reflections. You can see what that says. I'm happy with that. It doesn't matter if it's not perfect. Quite like it, a bit smoother. Right, so now I'm going to put my circles on. So that is basically my sentiment reflections. So let's have a look how we're gonna have these. Not altogether sure yet. I don't really want that there. I think I want, because that's got blues, it wants to be up by the green, and the pink wants to be down by the opposite, doesn't it? That's what I think. Okay. There. So for that one that way. Yeah, and that one there. Oh, I'd kind of need them to go in size. So that one there. That one there. Layer it under. Like that. Text completely upside down, but it doesn't matter. Okay, we'll have that one there. Yeah, alright, so that's where we're having them. So let's get these glued on. I'm going to use my gel medium. Hopefully it doesn't make my book page really soggy. I think we'll put it on there. Yep. Okay. Yep, sorted. Next one about here. Yeah, and we'll layer over on that one. So none of the colours should run because they are alcohol markers. So it should be fine. One here. And we'll layer that like so. Okay, and then this one here. I draw around all of those, but I'm so, like, my eyes are so bad, I'll just make a right mess of it. It'll just look like the dogs have done it with the paws tied together, so I'm gonna leave it. Right, that's pretty, isn't it? I like that. Right, so let's just dry that off. And then let's see, because I'm never done. It's never enough. Okay. Okay, I don't like that. Don't know what to do with it. Wonder if I can change it. Or it's not going to work with that pen, so that's a load of pants. What's this one? Where's my number 10? Let's have a look. Let's see if we can just, like, leave the green background, but yeah. Yes. that's the ticket, Amanda. I'm getting good at this. That's what it needed. It just needed something to emphasise it, I suppose, rather than go around the edge, because I know I'm cack-handed. I'll go in the middle instead. You're not beating me. And now that's kind of got rid of the, well, it hasn't got rid of the smooshy look, but it adds to it. I like that. Yes, I'm happy. Right, okay, let's see if I can go around these circles now without making a right mess of it. I mean, I suppose if I drew a template, but who's got time for that? Right, we'll just go for it. Don't matter if it's not perfect, okay? Just tell yourself, it doesn't matter, it doesn't matter. Just chant with your, like, fingers in your ears. Doesn't matter, doesn't matter. Oh, dear. Can you tell I'm concentrating? So I've gone quiet. Let me just move my water, because I'll knock it over. Hold on a minute. I'm sweating trying to get these circles so they don't look like they've been jumped up and down on. Right. I think the secret is to just go in small sections if needs be. Like that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah? Cracking. I'm happy with that. Right, so now I just need to do a little bit of a border. In fact, I feel like I just want to go around that so it's a bit thicker. I don't know why. I just do. I know why, because I want to put some white dots around it, because I've got a thing about white dots. If I can. Yep, carrying on. I might fast forward bits, but I'm not going to, you know, edit it all and voice over it all. We'll see. I don't know if I can. Depends how I feel. Editing to me it's the bane of my life. I hate it because it's time I can be spent making something rather than editing things to make them more palatable for YouTube. You know, I share on YouTube, and they say you shouldn't share for your own purposes. I don't share for my own purposes. I share to inspire, but I just like to share what I like to do rather than what's popular or what will get me more views or what somebody else, you know, they say, oh, see what your competition's doing and do that. I don't want to. I want to do my own thing. You know, and I've thought long and hard about it over the last week or so, and maybe I'm not destined to be a big massive YouTuber because I don't want to drip feed the same stuff that everybody else is doing to be in club. I don't want to fit in. I'd rather stand out. I'd rather be on my own. I'm not bothered. I don't care. I don't need to earn a living anyway. I can live on note me. Oh dear. I'm retired anyway. 48, I'm retired. Oh. Right. No, I am quite lucky. My husband earns enough of a wage that I don't have to work if I don't want to. So if I don't make any money out of my creating, he says, don't worry about it, just do it for fun. So, yeah, here I am, colouring circles. A little bit of an update for you there. And I can't be doing my watching videos that just want to push buy this from Amazon and I've been there and done that, and I'm tired of it, so I'm not going to be doing that either. Right, squiggly lines. This is a new pen, this, so it works beautifully, and it is a Unipin fine line. They're waterproof and fade proof. It's pigment ink, so it's because it's pigment, it's nice and vibrant, and the fact that they're waterproof means that if you added some more medium over the top, it won't run. You know, it won't all smoosh out. You've just got to be careful what you put it on, because it doesn't like all mediums. I used one the other day on my napkin journal, you know, and the napkin was a bit full of like the gel medium and stuff. They don't like drawing over glue, but you know, like the lady in the art shop told me, don't try and expect too much from your art supplies. They're not miracle workers, and I am guilty of that. Right, I'm not going to colour it. I'm not going to colour it all in. I'd love to colour all that in black, but I'm not going to, because I don't know, I might do. Let me see. I don't have a decent marker, and I don't want to colour all of that border in with, no, because I'm always doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm always doing that. But I'm going to add some dots and I don't care. Alright, so white dots. So this is a Uniball, and it's called a Signo, but it's called Broad, and that's really important because it really does let that white kind of pigment ink or whatever it is, I don't know what it is, it lets it out nicely because it's got a broad nib, and it really does. It's nice for little detail, and in my opinion it is. I hope it's not running out. In my experience, it's better than the Posca pens, because I find the Posca pens just don't stay white. When you use them, they just seem to smoosh into the background, but again, it's going to depend what you're using them on, I suppose. You know, some things, for example, when I'm using my watercolour pencils, my, what are they, Inktense. So, you know, I'm not an artist, I'm learning, so I will speak to the lady in the craft shop, in the art shop where I live. They're brilliant, and they love it. Like, you ask them a question and they'd stand there and talk to you all day. They just love it. And she said, you know, this kind of thing won't work over the top of watercolours. So this is my permanent pen. It's working fine, and it works over acrylics. But when it comes to when you've used watercolour paints or your watercolour pencils, then things like this don't work well, because, you know, just because it's a different kind of medium that you're trying to put it on. Just a little bit of a tip for you. I'm no expert, I'm just passing on what she told me. And it's things like that that are important for, you know, to get to know, because you think, oh, it's me, I'm doing something wrong, I'm rubbish. And it's not. It's about knowledge and learning what things go well over the top of other things. Not everything does. And that's what I'm learning, and that's what I'm enjoying. And I like making dots. I'm going to make you watch me do these dots. But, you know, I'm giving you information at the same time, so it's not completely boring. No, but in honesty, I think the white just makes it pop and stand out. Yep. Put some white in the middle of there. And little flowers. Yep, I'll do these ones. And that one. I mean, if I could get away with sticking rhinestones on there, I would. But we won't push his luck. We won't push his luck. And anyway, my hand-eye coordination's not good today. Thanks to the fibro. Okay. So I'll have to think of what we're going to do next week. I'm loving this. What we're on week 3. I said we'd do 6 weeks and then see what's what and whether folk want to carry on or not. So I wonder if I can just put a white line down at each of those. So we'll see if people are liking it, if they want to carry on. If not, we'll do something else. Quite fancying some kind of like ATC coin or something like that next. I'm loving the 50p ones. Is it Woolly Steph that did the hexagon shape? I think they're fab. Brilliant, yeah. There we go. I'm going to leave it for now. I think that's enough. So there you go, reflections. Hope you enjoyed that. Hope I didn't keep you too long. Sorry that the light's a bit dull, but, you know, shall I put my ring light on? No, I won't. But, you know, it's really sunny outside, and if I put the ring light on, it's just going to counteract and go too bright. So thanks for watching. The links to the group are in the description box below, and I'll see you again very soon. Toodaloo!